First of all, I want to come back and speak briefly about the national governance when it comes to armed controls and international security for two factors. The fact that this has been basically raging throughout the world these last weeks, and also for the fact that there is an open dialogue for cooperation between the United States and other countries, plus industrial partners. Some of them were also relaunched to work for the defense policy partnership with the United States for the next 3 to 5 years. Very important to analyze in this matter when we speak about it, first of all, about the MTCR standards, as we analyze here high threat, including nuclear. The non-MTCR partners, though, can sell with no restrictions, and that's a very important point to mention. Issues raised lead to many reform proposals of the United States Department of State when it comes to the international security as well as the non-proliferation. The US policy on MTCR concerns could be related, for example, to cruise missiles, other systems and weapons, but also for the topic of presumptions of approval and denial. As we know, the biggest risk here is to have these weapons falling in the hands of terrorists or non-responsible actors. The exports must be therefore under control within this referred policy, and it's very important to use also national discretion for compelling reasons. Watching threats as a strategy from other countries is very important as well. And finally, from a technical standpoint, it's not just about a differentiation between category 1 and category 2. It depends of the partner, it depends of the member state that the United States is dealing with, the international organization, as well as the industrial partner. There are no dollar figure for sales and licensing deals in this context of action. What weapon to deploy to what country? To answer for this question, we should look at the number of competitive strategy, including the one with other countries that have been dealt with the United States in the event that took place in Vienna a few months ago. Some systems are non-exportable except in some occasions, going with the INF Treaty circumstance as well, where the US is not part of anymore. So very important also to check the policy papers of the US Department of State as well as the presidential proclamation when it comes to this context of action. Now I want to speak about a different topic in this video related to an important issue that is basically the emerging trends in violent extremism that are conducive to terrorism with a focus on extreme right wing. So the impact questions here will be related to designations, gender, and trends. First of all, as a preamble, very important to mention that the violent extreme right wing threat is united by common narratives around a divided we stand approach throughout the nations that adopt it, and growing through basically common national inspirations and points of references. Challenges to counter extreme right-wing expansion are addressing root causes through wounded masculinity, for example, race and basically nation, the limit of exposure, the digital literacy, as well as avoiding the heroic status. There are four types of radical right-wing violent acts that we could distinguish. Race supremacists, they are basically reactionary racists. The second one, radicalized conservatives from mainstream to fringe. Fascists, neo-Nazis, which are revolutionary nationalists, and online extremist subcultures.